Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of the Aston Villa career mode, in which we're going to kick it off here with the semi-final up against Man United in the Carabao Cup. As you can see, the second semi-final is between Luton and Manchester City. To show you how the teams are performing in the Premier League, we're currently first at the top of the table. We're still in different games in between last episode and this one, which I'll show you in a second. But as you can see, United are second, or third actually, 1 point behind us. Chelsea are second, who we take on after United game in the Premier League. And also in this episode, we do have two potential players that could leave us due to performances not being the greatest. Emiliano Martinez is up for transfer because, as I mentioned, his performances haven't been great in my opinion. I don't think he's been the best it could be for us. We put in Jovan Cabral last episode to be a backup left wing, so he's going to be good for us. And also Diego Carlos is up for sale. So if we get offers for them this window that I like, that I think are worthwhile selling them to, then we will sell them and bring in replacement players. Got a bunch of options. Got the likes of Unai Simon as a goalkeeper and possibly Nicolas Soulé to be a right back alongside Pau Torres. Who knows? But yeah, let's get into this episode. Take on Man United. Last episode, we started the episode off with a loss to Liverpool in a 5-4 loss in the Premier League, which wasn't great, but you know, it is where it is. We deserved something from that game, but unfortunately we didn't. I see United are a slightly rotated team. They've got Rodrigo from Leeds up front. I mean, other than that's actually a pretty strong team, actually, now I look at it. But we're in the snow. Let's get into this one at Old Trafford and hopefully book ourselves a spot in the Carabao Cup final. Well done, Bruno Fernandes. Pau Torres, incredible challenge. Leon Bailey. Goes Randallo. Ramsey returns it. Leon Bailey now. Got Ollie Watkins in the centre. Can Watkins win that? Before Diaby, who hits it and he scores. Onana caught off guard there. He thought Malacia had it, but Onana beaten by Moussa Diaby. It was a simple tap in there. I'm not really too sure how we did score that because Malacia had it won, but I think it deflected in off Diaby, off his foot, because I think Malacia got a touch on it, but I don't think he got all of it. I see it again here. No, he doesn't actually. It's just perfectly fell to Diaby. It's a perfect little flick from either Watkins or the defender. It's a great finish. Onana caught off guard, as I mentioned, by Malacia not winning that, and we're 1-0 up here. Good to see it. Matty Cash, we got Nacho, and Cash has done well again there, but he's given away a throw into United far down the pitch. It's a lot better than what Nacho probably would have done if we let him run. There's Rodrigo, the former Leeds man. I'm sure he's ended up as United as the number 1 striker, but it's an interesting transfer to still release. Shot taken, blocked. And shot taken again, and Martinez is beaten. That's the issue. Martinez is so easy to beat. I don't know why. He isn't like one of the least convincing goalkeepers I've used in this game. Like, shots like that are usually saved by my goalkeepers. Like, you know, like Messi would have saved this in previous career modes, Donnarumma. I mean, it is a good strike, actually, think about it from there, but again, it just isn't really, I don't know. Yeah, I'm really not sure I didn't get there, but sure. And Carlos, good challenge. Oh, just kick the ball, man. Like, oh my God, man. You saw the power I got when I got the ball with the RB, and the game just didn't do anything. Like he's got so much time to play past there. I literally press it the second he gets the ball, and somehow that's gone in. Leon Bailey to score. It's a great run by Leon Bailey. Hold that, United. Hold that. You can score your questionable goals, but we're going to score a nice goal with Leon Bailey running down the wing, cutting his side and running inside. Poor defending by United. Very bad defending by United in that situation. Like, no one presses him. And Bailey just gets a simple finish in the end. I've no idea what just happened there.
Well, Arsenal fans, no doubt about it, very excited given the transfer news. They've got their man, Stuart.
Kamara, again, the game's done it to me.
But he's a fantastic talent who will thrive in his new
Get to that. There we go.
What a top player he really is.
Diaby through here. And give for Watkins. He's had nothing to do again. Can he score a goal though? Ollie Watkins does. It might not be heavily involved in the game sometimes, but he always has a chance. And when he gets a chance, he usually scores. Ollie Watkins makes it 3-2 here with an incredible finish. Great show of strength up against Varane, I believe it was.
Just look how quickly
Gets
they
inside
break
here.
once
No,
they
it
put
beats
the ball
Varane
back,
here.
and he
No, it
makes
is
no
Varane.
mistake
Oh, is
with
it
the
Varane
finish.
or is it
He
Alessandro
showed a
Martinez?
lot
One of
of
the two.
composure there.
But it's a great finish in the end. No, it was Varane. I thought it was. Great finish by Watkins. Nothing Onana can do about that. And we're back in the lead in this game. Here goes Lautaro.
They look as though they want to make this move count.
Into
Oh,
which we
good
go.
looking
Somehow
run.
playing
He's
striker.
got to score. And a goal!
So I mean, Martinez is just so easy to beat. I don't know where it is.
Scoring form.
He just doesn't feel like he's in goal. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't feel like he's there. I can't rely on
Well,
him.
here we can see it again.
Like
Look at
previous
the way he
goalkeepers,
glides
go back to
past
Roma
the defenders,
Kermode. I
creates
relied on
space for
Meslier.
himself, and then what a strike.
Like
That's hit the
I
safety
felt
off
good
his
with him in
feet.
goal.
Certainly no stopping that.
Like, I knew
That's
that in a
great
position
goal.
like this he would make a save. But Martinez, every time I play, he shoots at him. I think it's going to go in,
Well,
which is
another
why
equaliser.
I'm going to
Well,
replace him
Tom's
this transfer window.
Now what can
Game
they do with
sometimes
the
just
ball?
complicates passes for no reason. You just tell him to do a simple pass to do like a skill pass, but when you don't tell him to do a skill pass.
It's with Camara.
Good work here. Shot taken by Ramsey, and it's in. That's an incredible strike and a great bit of play.
They've done it.
That came out of nowhere as well. I didn't expect to get a goal there from that chance, but Jacob Ramsey continues his incredible season here for
I
us.
have to say, that's a good
It's a great bit of play here. I didn't expect that pass to work out, so when I got the shot away, I was like
That's a nice goal.
impressed. And then Jacob Ramsey with an incredible finish makes it 4-3 here in the Carabao Cup semi-finals.
And find this equaliser.
So looking good for us, Bruno. Kamara's there though. Look at that.
To put a stop to the chance.
Like a brow. Feed that through to Watkins.
Pass could do damage.
Only Watkins to make the game, to end the game here. Watkins 1-on-1 with an on and he beats him.
That's two for him today.
2 goals for Watkins up against United in the semi-finals there. And as it stands, I believe we're in the semi-final, well, we're in the final of the Carabao Cup, which we will play in this episode. And it's either up against Luton Town or Man City. We could either have an easy win or a very hard game. And well, I expect it to be Man City. You know what I mean? If Luton somehow go through into that final, then fair play to them. They've had a great run, but they're bottom in the Prem in this Crow mode. And it should be an easy win if it is Luton, and it should be a hard game if it is Man City. But I do expect us to beat City as well, because we have beaten them in the Prem. And they're like 6th in the Prem right now in this Crow mode, so not having a great season. But Cabral, good cross to Diaby. Oh, it's blocked. But we'll get a corner here later on. You know what we're going to try something. Why are you bringing on Martial now? What's the point? We're going to try something. We're going to just whip it to the box and hit it.
Over it comes.
Shot taken, and it's up and over. But it's a 5-3 win against United. So let's get into the rest of the episode and replace Emiliano Martinez at least. Because Martinez, he isn't, you know, it just isn't it for me, in my opinion. Okay, before we take on Chelsea in the Premier League, we've got a new signing in the club abroad, Unai Simon, to be our first team goalkeeper for £40 million from Atletico Bilbao, which means Emiliano Martinez is transferred. So we did get an offer for him from Man United, but again, well, not again, but Man United have Onana. We don't need to sell him to Man United. You know what I mean? It doesn't make much sense to sell him there. I want to sell him to a team where he's going to play, and that's what we're hoping to do this season. And yeah, got a new number 1 in Unai Simon, so he should be a pretty good goalkeeper for us. And yeah, let's get into this game against Chelsea, give him his debut. And Matty Cash has now got the captain's armband because Martinez obviously was the captain. I feel like Matty Cash has been a great player for us and deserves the captain's armband this season. But I can see Chelsea have a pretty good team. They've got the likes of Joe Linton playing for them and Kunku obviously playing for them, Chavez in midfield. They've got Disasi in defence alongside Thiago Silva and Sanchez in goal. Let's get into this one at Villa Park and hopefully do exactly what we did against Man United and get a win. Because we don't actually face United again in 2 days in the Premier League, which is kind of weird to have a 2-day break between Chelsea and Man United. You know, 2 very big games that being that close together. It's kind of a bit annoying, but you know, it is what it is. Let's get into this one at Villa Park and hopefully win. And possibly could make 2 more signings this episode, depending on how our transfer window goes. Missy Diaby. Can he bend one top corner? No, we can't, because Sanchez makes a great save there, the Spaniard. Diaby now to whip one in. One in the corner, now whips one in. Carlos should have launched himself for that. I feel like he could have won that. Jacob Ramsey now driving with the ball. We've seen him do this before. He can't get a shot away this time. He get a crossing, yes he can. Watkins, okay, he just fell over there. Free kick low, corner, not corner, free kick, sorry, handball. And Yuri Tielemans has a great opportunity here to score a free kick for us. Can we score when Yuri Tielemans, is that going to hit the wall? No, it ain't. It's almost in. But Sanchez makes a good save. Oh, we're not Ramsey. Love that. Diaby now.
Well, he might
Into
be onto
Ramsey. First
something.
time.
Oh, he
Ah,
played that
good save from
wonderfully.
Sanchez in goal.
Well, it has
Having a
to
great
be,
game there,
certainly.
goalkeeper, but
They've created
Tielemans
so
now in
many
a corner.
chances. Just listen to the noise inside here.
Ah, can't win that header. Can we win this one? We should be able to win that one. Ah, it's an awful header, to be fair. It's going wide.
Not to be advised, giving the ball away there. Tielemans.
Tielemans now hits one from range, and Tielemans,
The opening goal, the ideal way to start.
when in doubt, hit it from range with Yuri Tielemans. That's the way, honestly.
Well, let's take another
But this
look.
strike
It's
is
a very
absolutely
good goal,
incredible.
and they deserve
Two
it, you
touches
have to
technically.
say. They're
He
good.
hits it across goal, and Sanchez can't save this one. It's an incredible strike. That's just a perfect hit from Tielemans once again.
So Chelsea get things going again. How will they reply to that setback?
In Kunku.
Enzo
He's got injured for
Fernandez.
Chelsea in real life, but for Chelsea in this scrum, he's not injured.
Axel Disasi.
Probably why Chelsea are down, well, currently nearly top of the table. We're only 3 points behind United.
Disasi. Well, they keep passing
I guess
away.
Shirlington,
Well, then
good
the
defending
one
there
that
from
failed to hit
Wijnaldum.
its target.
Watkins,
This might be ideal for the counter.
Diaby v Kukurea.
Can
Diaby
they take
should win this
advantage of
battle.
the situation?
Diaby cuts in. Oh, this
Nice
Diaby's done
tackle
well
there to
there.
prevent the chance.
Thought we had that. Get that.
Totally fooled him.
What? Not sure it's Pau Torres. Diaby Collar, sorry. He should have switched positions throughout the game,
Well, the attacking
which I thought they
options
did
appear
there,
plentiful.
but apparently not. Okay. Oh, that
Making sure
chip was so
nothing
poor.
untoward happened.
What a name, Jonathan Fish.
Cucurella. This is Thiago Silva.
Keep pressing, nowhere to go. Ah,
Fernandez.
Enzo Fernandez now driving it forward.
Nkunku.
Kunku back wide here to Joe Linton. The Brazilian,
Possibilities
who's one
in
of
the
our best players in
centre.
the Newcastle series. I think Kunku's done well to keep that in play.
Well,
Not
that's
great
how
weather
to
from
keep the
Diaby to deny us for
opposition
the
at bay.
Frenchman. Diaby, that's yours. Thank you. Now Ramsey.
Now, counter-attacking possibilities
He's done
here.
well there to get around Thiago Silva.
Do they
Ollie
have the
Watkins.
guile to open up the defence? Oh,
To beat
what
Robert
a
Sanchez with the chip. It's a good save. Thought Robinson was going to get a tap in there, but unfortunately not. It's a very good save there. We'll get a corner. Our last goal did eventually come from a corner, I believe. Got a corner, then we
Not the best
worked a shot
clearance.
from range. That was an
Well,
awful
nothing
corner though.
untoward happened.
Kunku now.
Joe Linton.
Conor Gallagher.
Nkunku.
Joe Linton.
And using his strength to shield
Diego
the
Carlos
ball.
is there. Love to see that.
Well, a good tackle.
Carlos into Watkins. The touch wasn't the greatest, and Dizazi's done well. The difference between having a centre back and a midfielder play through. Pass it a little bit too much on it. Very good challenge there from Pau Torres, and Wijnaldum. Good work there.
Well, very close to half-time now,
Ah.
and it's a narrow lead for the home side. Stuart, how would you assess what you've seen?
Well, it's been a tight game so far, but they've just had that little bit more quality.
Oh, I hate this game sometimes, man. And again, just doesn't make you play and move even though they should. How is that a free kick?
Free kick
If they
for
score this,
Chelsea.
man.
And the referee deciding to
Floated in,
admonish him,
head that out.
not book him.
There we go.
That's good refereeing. It's a foul, but no
Oh,
more
it ain't
than
a good foul. Good refereeing. It's awful. Oh, play that through the gap in the middle.
And
I know that
take it
technically is a
away.
gap through the middle, but you know, I mean, the other gap, the one to the right, not the left.
Joe Linton.
And Matty Cash, oh, it's been spun by Joe Linton there. Oh, Carlos and Pau Torres is there. So, I mean,
Magnificent
the
chance
switch
to win it back.
found the game for whatever reason, which sometimes works and sometimes it doesn't. But Javi's done brilliantly there. Now Bailey back post.
Crossing into the
Easy
middle.
tap in there for Leon Bailey.
Keeper there to deal with it.
Sanchez makes a great save. We've been all over Chelsea in this game. We should be like 4-0 up in this one, in my opinion.
Let's see
If it wasn't
about
for
the delivery.
Sanchez, we would be. And Watkins,
Well, it didn't worry the keeper.
what? How does that make any physical sense? We didn't get the ball there, but Carlos wins it
An
there.
effective challenge.
Diaby, okay, just don't shift the ball, I guess. This is getting up at least. I thought for a second he was injured. That would have been awful. We lost Bailey for a month last episode, and it ended up being a big loss for us.
Oh, a perfectly
That's a great through ball. Ollie Watkins beat Sanchez in off the post. Honestly, Ollie Watkins is so much better than a 79 rating in this game. Like, he deserves to be like 83 rated in my opinion in this career mode. Because this season has been absolutely incredible for us at striker. And that through ball as well from Jacob Ramsey is perfect. And it's a great finish. And we're all over Chelsea in this one. And Diaby, oh, it's done well there, but
It looks promising.
Power Torres, great challenge. Captain Cash now, there we go.
Well, there we have it.
2-0 up at half time, attempted to sim it. Because Chelsea haven't been in this game whatsoever, but their team is high rated. At least had 0 shots in this game. You know what? I'm going to sim it, I'm going to take the risk. It's going to be a 5-0 win. Tiedemann scored again, Diaby and Watkins scored. What a performance. Chelsea had 0 chances in that game. Okay, now we're going to take on Man United in the Premier League. They're currently second in the league, I believe, or they're first in the league, one of the two. But we're going to play the highlights of this one because obviously we've already played United. We just played Chelsea. Let's get into the highlights here against Man United and hopefully beat them once again at Old Trafford.
And welcome everyone to England's Northwest. The action soon to get underway here at Old Trafford. I'm Derek Ray.
Okay, so the first highlight goes to United here in the 5th minute with a crossing opportunity down the left-hand side. With Rashid, I believe, who's in the team. Martinez is up front. Rashid here, the captain Cash. That's might be him. Good defender there from Carlos. Honestly, Carlos, ever since I said I want to sell him, it's been incredible. That tends to happen for me in career mode, where a player like, I say like I want to sell him, and then they perform great. It's weird. It's like they hear you and they think, okay, no, I don't want to get sold, so I'm going to actually play good now. But one player didn't hear that and decided to play good was Emilio Martinez, because he's sitting at the club, but obviously like he's not in goal. Good work there from Van der Beek. Someone gone back to Anthony. No idea how. Van der Beek, Anthony to put former Ajax players, and Anthony's taking it off the pitch there, trying to do too much. United have been in this game completely. We've not had a single chance in this one that we've actually had an opportunity to take. As we just had a chance there due to it being a counter-attack for United, but we didn't get a chance to actually create something ourselves. But Matty Cash has done well there. Now finally we get a chance there in the 40th minute. Just before half-time, down the right-hand side here. Not sure why Diaby's on the ball. It's deep, but Diaby now. Power shot from range, why not? Okay, yeah, never doing that again with Diaby. That was awful. It's a 1-on-1 here. Now Toro v Pau Torres, I believe it is. Former Inter Milan striker versus the former Bilbao defender. Who it ain't. It's actually not Bilbao, sorry. It's actually Carlos in the end. Anthony v Van Dijk. That's a long advantage, ref. That's an unfair advantage in my opinion, but they didn't do anything from the free kick. Going to get a crossing opportunity here. We really have not had a chance in this game. Not a good chance. United have done what we just did to Chelsea. Shut them out completely. Pau Torres are great. What? How does this keep happening with Anthony, man? I get the ball off him and he somehow just gets the ball back. Like a chance here in the 64th for solo run here. We could smash and grab a win here, which would be great. Like Leon Bailey. I don't really copy that pass. Leon Bailey's hit it. Why not? Bailey. Throw back to him. Oh. That's a good chance, but in the 81st minute here we get another chance. It's been a good game, to be fair, in terms of like competitiveness. Man United have been in this one. But Douglas Luiz. Ollie Watkins, that's incredible. Ollie Watkins cuts inside now. Watkins, oh how? They've taken the touch around the defender, messed me up in the end. It was a no draw, we'll take it. It's not a loss, but we should have had a chance there. Okay, now we get a chance to get revenge up against Liverpool, who last episode defeated us in the Premier League in a 5-4 loss, as I mentioned at the start of the episode. And we're now at home at Villa Park. Last time we faced them, we were at Anfield. And we are going to play the hardest at this one again because, as I mentioned, we've already faced them this season, and we're getting to the point now in this series where we need to speed up to the end of the season, get into the Europa League and other competitions like that. Because I don't want this episode to be only in January. I want to get at least to like March maybe and play the first couple of games in the Europa League. But let's get into this game up against Liverpool and hopefully get revenge for the loss they handed us in last episode. This was 13 minutes in here with a counter-attack up against Liverpool. Got Leon Bailey and Ollie Watkins ahead of us, I believe. And Ollie Watkins is in here. Don't know why he slowed down, which completely ruined that attack because he allowed Liverpool to catch up to him. And now, shot taken by Leon Bailey, blocked low by Liverpool defenders, and now a free kick here for Liverpool in the 16th minute here. And Liverpool seem to be the team that we struggled against in the Premier League the most. Obviously, they're 7th in the league, so realistically, as being first and joint first at the moment, I believe we are. We shouldn't really struggle against them, but somehow we are. And that's an awful strike. Easy save there for Unai Simon. And we get a corner to defend here by Liverpool, and so we can actually do well. Corner whipped in. Headed clear by Matty Cash, just about. Mr. Bajla here, and Watkins has done well there. Now in the 45th minute we get a chance to help against Liverpool on the counter. Not sure what the crowd are booing as if there was a penalty shot there when there really wasn't. But Tielemans has got his shirt being pulled massively there. Should be a foul, but you know it doesn't get given again for me. Mr. Diaby. Jacob Ramsey. Oh, Tielemans, why did you side foot that? I wanted him to lever it. I wanted to hit it with laces with power across goal into the top corner, but he tries to place it instead. But for fun now on the ball. Who should have had that?
Alexis McAllister.
Unless it's McAllister.
Yusuf Fofana.
McAllister now, good defending. Wait, what? What? Okay. We're clearly playing with some massive aggressiveness right now. What is going on? I don't like this. Mo Salah. Oh, Unai Simon, what a save. What a save from Unai Simon that was. Martinez concedes there, 100%. That was an incredible save. Now Ollie Watkins. Drift back inside. To get round Van Dijk, you're going to have to hit it from range. Ollie Watkins, I had to hit it. It's a 0-0 draw. We'll take it. Okay, before we get into the Carabao Cup final up against Manchester City here, I've got a couple of signings that I need to show you that we have made in the January transfer window, and a couple of sales as well. Head over to the transfer history and go to our club. As you can see, Emiliano Martinez left the team for 49 million to Wolfsburg. I just accepted that. It was like 4 hours just to the transfer window. I knew that would be the last offer we got for him, so I let him go. And we brought in Jonathan Coney as well. We swapped him plus 5 million for Adama Traore. Obviously, I said that if Aston Villa made Adama Traore a permanent signing in real life, like they actually brought him in, I would keep Adama Traore, but he's actually gone to Fulham, I believe, in real life. So that's why we swapped him for Jonathan Coney, who anyway will be a better player off the bench. In my opinion, he's got more of an end product than Adama Traore does. And I believe, as I showed you, we brought in Nicola Zaniolo. And yeah, we've had a pretty busy transfer window. We brought in, obviously, Unai Simon. We saw Bertrand Traore as well. Let Cole Palmer go out on loan to Crystal Palace. Sorry, he's already gone up 2 ratings as well. That's great for him. Zayt got on loan as well, the Polish shot stopper. And obviously we've brought in Unai Simon, we've brought in Zaniolo, we've brought in Nicone, we saw Martinez, we saw Traore, we loaned out Cole Palmer. Let's get into this game now up against Man City and hopefully get a win here in the Carabao Cup final. Obviously, if winning this competition isn't the end of the world if we lose it, that's what I meant to say there, isn't the end of the world if we lose it, but at the same time, I would like to win it. Now the question is, do we have Cabral or do we have a Kone on the pitch? Cabral's got more end product. We're a Cabral on the bench. And Matty Cash, the captain, do I like that? Can I give it to Jacob Ramsey? I don't know, I feel like giving it to Jacob Ramsey is more... I don't know. Now, I'll give it Matty Cash, but let me know in the comments below who should be the captain of this team moving forward. So, we've got the likes of Ramsey, Watkins, like we've got Pau Torres, like, I guess that's pretty much it. Who could be the captain? Let's get into this game though, up against Man City in the Carabao Cup final, and hopefully win our first piece of silverware here as Aston Villa manager. Ball played up to Haaland though, but Pau Torres is brilliant there. And just to highlight on this as well, the reason why we kept Diego Carlos, because as you probably would have seen in this episode, if not, like it probably means I had to cut out some of the highlights and other ones I chose to do. Tielemans there, we've got a shot from range opportunity here, and he scored. Okay, fair enough. Tielemans scores again. But as I was saying, the reason why we kept Diego Carlos is because he's played good this episode. He's played very, very good this episode. He's been a great centre-back for us. He's not been the worst defender for us in this series, but so far. But I do feel like replacing him is the option, and maybe dropping into the second team, letting go of Tyrone Mings maybe, or just keeping Tyrone Mings as a fourth or fifth choice centre back. But it's a great shot there from Tielemans. Nothing Edison can feel about that. And 1-0 up here early on in this game. Some good defending at one end and a great strike at the other. I can see why this City team is like 6th in the Premier League, because Luis Alberto, Denny Carvajal, Almiron, Ollie Watkins is in here as well. To Chip Edison. Honestly, like, this guy, Ollie Watkins, by the way, unreal striker in this game. No, City fans are stunned. They're not even like shouting at the team, they're just stunned at what they just saw. Let's look at that chip. We're 2-0 up here in 10 minutes. Look at that. Haaland who? Honestly, Haaland who? We had one penalty in this series so far and we scored it with Watkins. Oh no. I said Haaland who, but Simon, big save. Pep Guardiola's lost his mind here. So I'm 2-0 down in 10 minutes and just thrown just anything at that wall to see if it sticks. As of right now, it is not sticking. And Jacob Ramsey here, from range, off the bar. Watkins isn't worthy, then barely took that, blocked by Carvajal. What a performance by this team. Matty Cash is the more there. I don't know why it took so long to actually score. I don't know why Bailey took so long to shoot there, but he did, and it's 3-0 here inside 24 minutes. Like, Man City are 6th in the Prem, so in a way you can be like, oh yeah, they're 6th in the Prem, they're not playing well, but they're still Man City at the end of the day. They've still got Haaland, Foden, Edison, Ruben Diaz, Rodri, etc. They've still got a pretty decent team, but 3-0 inside 25 minutes. Pep Guardiola's clearly lost his mind this season with his signings and tactics. But shot taken by De Bruyne, and that's just Kevin De Bruyne. Pau Torres. Oh, referee. Has Foden got injured? He's not even telling me. Pau Torres, he's got yellow for that. I mean, I guess. Why is it headed it there? No. I don't like this. Rodri. No, why? Unai Simon, thank you. That's on ball. There we go. Thank you. Haaland. Good challenge there from Cash. That's a corner here just before half time to make it 3-2. Or to keep it 3-1. It's headed cleared by Watkins, and that should be the end of the half. Ref. Oh, it's fucking referee, man. I don't like swearing on my content that much, but like, that is bullshit.
Well, just look at this. He's so bright in the box. He's first to the ball and then a decent finish. It's a good bit of play.
Only Watkins now, out to Leon Bailey. And Bailey. Back to Watkins, he places it. Oh, it's off the bar. Jacob Ramsey now can drive. Jacob Ramsey, left foot strike from range. Jacob Ramsey over the bar again. Bailey. And it's Tielemans. Like I said, it's Tielemans. What do you expect? Long shots. It's what he does. It's niche to him. He is the long shot king. Given that much room, he's going to hit the ball perfectly and score. And we're back with a 2-goal cushion now. Oh, Diaby's just having fun here. You going to let me shoot? Or are you going to press? Are you going to let me play ball in behind? Okay. I don't know what's happening, man. I don't know what's happening. I mean, I'll take the win, you know. But what is that defending? And what is that goalkeeping? And just before anyone in the comments goes, oh, you're cheating or whatever, I just want to show you here. CPU, pass error and shot error is turned down for them. The injury frequency is the same for us to make it more realistic. And goalkeeping ability is 50. They make more runs. They have better first touch, and on mine, it's all 50. Other than this, it's all 50. Oh no, Haaland. Nowhere for him to go. Love that from Carlos. Oh, Carlos. Okay, that's just Haaland's strength there, and the stupidity of this game. Well, Haaland shouldn't be scoring there, man. I've actually played a pass of Carlos back to Unai Simon, and the game's just not done it. And what is the point of me pressing a button to do something? Yeah, I mean, if it's not going to do it for no reason. Like right here, I press pass, and like for whatever reason, it just does that. I mean, as long as we win, it is where it is, you know. Like, almost at the 80th minute here, sit on the attack. That's why it should have been yours, but Haaland, unnecessary last touch there. Kamara now. Kamara can drive. With the ball at his feet. Out wide to Gabi. Gabi now cuts inside, hits it, and it's saved by Edison. We'll take it. Jack Grealish. Okay, if we somehow lose this game, then I'm going to be pissed, because I deserve to win this game comfortably. Not Mardy to Foden. There we go, Pau Torres. Let's get the ball out. There we go. 4 minutes added on, you know. I mean, fair enough, but it's a one time. Watkins. Ollie Watkins. What was that touch? What was that touch? Ref blow the whistle. Blow the whistle in a minute. Exactly in 30 seconds time, this game should be over. Don't do what he did. There we go. And we win the Carabao Cup. It's not the biggest trophy, but for us, it's a trophy. It's a sign of things to come. We're still in the FA Cup, by the way. We've got quite a few easy games in the FA Cup so far, so I've just been simming them. Not sure how Haaland got a hat-trick in this game, but fair enough, you know. It is where it is. They'll win the game in the end. Let's get to the title celebrations. And here we are, the trophy lift. Matty Cash gets to lift the trophy. Let me know if I should change the captain's armband to maybe Aaron Ramsey, Jacob Ramsey, or someone else in the team. But obviously conceding 4 goals in this game wasn't a reflection on how we played defensively or whatever. It was just the game being the game, you know what I mean? It just is where it is. But scoring 5 was exactly what we should have done. And Matty Cash gets to lift the Carabao Cup here for Aston Villa. Things good to see.
Well, you can just see what it means to those players and the manager. That's fantastic stuff.
Okay, to end the episode, we're going to take on Villarreal in the first leg of the Conference League round of 16 here. I believe it's round of 16 anyway, and we're going to give Zaniolo a chance in this game. I think I might start him, to be honest. We've seen a lot of Jacob Ramsey. We know what he can do. But Zaniolo in that cam role, let's see what he can do in this position. Let's give him a start in this game. And let's get into this one up against Villarreal. As I mentioned, this will be the final game in the episode because our next game is Man United in the FA Cup, which is a very big one that we will play next episode, hopefully, I believe, or we're going to sim it. I don't know what we're going to do. Probably play the highlights of it, to be honest. But Villarreal have a good team. They've got obviously Alexander Sorloth, they've got Morales, they've got Emre Can in their team. They've signed Hermoso. They've got Reina in goal, and 40-foot right back Jeremy Pino. Got Mojica, obviously Pau Torres up against his former team here. Let's get into this one at the Estadio de Ceramica and hopefully get a win here in the first leg. That's Zaniola. Yuri Tielemans mark. Can he hit that from range? Yuri Tielemans from range. Denied by Reina. Good play there. Corner hit by Tielemans into Watkins. Watkins wins it and it's flicked on. Force here and we score. Leon Bailey. 4 minutes in. Makes it 1-0 to Villa. Interesting to see the Jamaican scoring here. I'm not like sure how he got into the position that he was in and why Reina was where he was, but I can see here he's headed about the defender and then we'll win it there with Carlos. I believe it was Pau Torres. It was Pau Torres actually got an assist against his former team. And he falls straight to Leon Bailey, who just smashes it down low. And there's nothing that anyone can do about that one. You know, the Conference League is ours. We just won the Carabao Cup. We want 2 trophies this season.
And very deftly cut out.
Obviously, the Premier League title was actually up for grabs. We actually could win that, but Zaniolo, left foot strike from range.
Oh, it's in! And a goal on his debut, no less. What a way to endear yourself.
What a debut! What a debut! This is why I wanted to use Zaniolo from the very start of FIFA. Every career mode since he moved to Galatasaray, he's been unable to sign because they always not wanted to sell him. They say the player's too important to the team, which is why you can't buy him in most career modes. But in this career mode, fortunately, we can buy him and Zaniolo here on his debut inside 20 minutes, I believe it's been, and less than that. Grabs his debut goal. It's not even been 10 minutes and we're 2-0 up here. Great defending there from Cash. Gonna get that one though. Oh no, that's going to be a goal, ain't it? Yeah, that's a nice play to be fair. It's a nice play there from Villarreal. Their first opportunity in the score. There are now.
It's looking promising.
Especially with stuff like this. You know, someone brilliant save.
Well, Derek, everything to play for in that game. A place in the last 4. What a game that should be. It should be really
Coquelin denied there by Cash.
I'm looking forward to it.
So half an hour remaining.
Zaniolo now. Oh, Zaniolo. Keep going. Zaniolo now. Zaniolo. That is just brilliant. A debut away from home in Villarreal. Just what a debut, man. He played absolutely incredible. He's missed a couple of saves in not saves, but you know, in some clear chances that he should have probably got a better shot off in. But he does well there. Incredible strike. And this should be the game over. Watkins this time. Oh. Kamara now. Tielemans and Trigueros knows not to let him shoot. Yeremy Pino. Good challenge. Leon Bailey set through by Zaniolo. And it's just a tap in for Watkins in the end. I was tempted to give Zaniolo the assist, but I thought, you know what, we'll make good of it. We'll make sure that we win this game comfortably. And Watkins gets a goal here. Makes it 4-1. And we're going to sin the rest of this game because, well, as you can see, this game's over. But what a debut by Zaniolo. He's been absolutely incredible. But as I mentioned, going to sin the rest of the game. And it ends up being a 5-1 win. Diaby getting a goal for himself. But Zaniolo with 2, Bailey with 1, Watkins with 1, and Diaby with a goal. A 5-1 win. And what a way to end the episode. Okay, and that's going to call it for this episode. As I mentioned, we take on Man United in the FA Cup quarter final up against Man United, obviously, at the start of next episode here. And the teams left in this competition are Arsenal, Leicester, Liverpool, Brentford, Watford, and Middlesbrough. So if we can knock out United here and Brentford or Leicester do something mental here, then we could have an easy win in this competition. But one thing that we need to talk about is potential transfers in season 2. Because in the centre back role, I've seen Nicolas Souda be linked for a possible signing, and I've got a couple of options there that I think that we need to just deliberate between. Got Wesley Fofana from Chelsea, the 22-year-old Frenchman. Obviously, can bring him in to develop him, being a young talent. We've got Ibrahim Konate, who was another player linked at the start of the series for a centre back role alongside Pau Torres. We have Jose Maria Jimenez, who's just joined Juventus in this career mode. Got Kusunu from Bayer Leverkusen. He's not the highest rated, but we know he's a good defender. Got Mohamed Simakan as well from RB Leipzig. Nicolas Sula is the highest rated player in this team, or in this list anyway, that we saw, as you can see. And obviously we used him in the Dortmund series. Wasn't the greatest defender for us, but he could obviously be good in this scrimmage as well. But let me know who we should bring him. We've also got Mark Gahey as well from Crystal Palace, the young Englishman, who's obviously a good defender. Let me know in the comments below who we should bring in out of these defenders. I feel like it's mainly between Sula, Simakan, and Konate in my eyes. It's between those 3. So let me know who you think should be brought in between those 3. And yeah, that's going to call it for this episode. I'm just going to go over to the standings to show you how this team is looking in all competitions. That's the FA Cup quarter-finalists. We've won the Carabao Cup. We're currently second, 1 point behind Chelsea in the Premier League title race. It's been, honestly, like an incredible title race because this is like one of the closest seasons I've ever had in the career mode. Like usually it's like one team, which is usually me, going all out for the title. Obviously, as you saw, we beat Man City in the Carabao Cup final. We just beat Villarreal in the Conference League as well. So in the second, we're going to sim that game. But in terms of other teams that we could possibly fight for the title here, we've got Fiorentina, who could be a challenge. We've got Nice, who could be a challenge. Anderlecht, if they go through. And we've got Feyenoord. And I think that's basically it between the teams. I think that we've got the biggest team, which was Villarreal. Definitely, we've got the hardest challenge in the round of 16, but we clearly beat them comfortably. But I'm going to stop waffling now. Thank you for watching. Let me know down below which centre back we should bring in. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel and turn notifications so you don't miss any videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you again for watching. And goodbye.